Hello and welcome, friends, to the Eerie Conspiracy Theory series where we expose the truth about tall tales told in the past. I'm your host, JDG, and this is one of the many conspiracies you may or may not have heard about already. Today, we're going to discuss the Nephilim giants. Now, the world is saturated with discussions about this topic, but here's some of my thoughts on it. Before I ever heard it anywhere, God revealed to me that fallen angels and Nephilim were the little g gods of the past of every civilization. So when this was disclosed by many researchers years later, I was confident of that truth. Now, Nephilim are the offspring of fallen angels and female humans, but they did even worse unnatural things themselves, such as breeding with animals, creating all types of beasts that were never meant to exist. They were bloodthirsty cannibals with an unquenchable desire. And, so with anything that was never meant to be, it will only be evil or wreak havoc on mankind. Evil was so rampant and the perversion so great, God regretted making man. Not because he was wrong to do so, but because God loves us so much that when sin disconnected us from himself, humanity grew dark without the complete light of God in our life. And so we did the most vile things. Our world was meant to be holy and with God's presence in our lives continually. But Nephilim, they were never meant to be, and so their fathers, the fallen angels, cursed them by bringing them into this world, and there's no place for them to go after they die. Some say they reached up to the heights of even 400 feet tall. And though it's said that Adam was possibly 3 times taller than your average human today, the Nephilim were greater in stature than this. They walked the earth feeding on everything until it was all consumed, and then they fed on themselves. Some, if not all the elites, can trace their family trees to Nephilim, but in the days of Noah's flood, some lived afterwards, but they revised their ways to rule over mankind and breed with us in order to receive salvation. But choosing Jesus as Lord also means living by God's ways, and the Nephilim bloodline has always had a hard time with this, if it's ever even been possible for them at all, for their hearts are continually wicked. Nephilim who die go to dry places but still lust, hunger, thirst, and crave intensely the power of the world. And so they and their fathers, they try to open up unholy doors spiritually in humans so that they can possess them. And then they go crazy and they wild out and simply move on to their next victim. Now this is just a glimpse into this topic. Should you believe what I'm telling you? Well, I'm going to leave that up to you. Until next time, stay prayed up and keep your eyes on Jesus.